everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Christy. I am so glad that you're here. We are continuing my Istanbul, Turkey series on my channel. This video will be ideal for anybody who is traveling to Istanbul for just a few days and wants to know some of the highlights of what to see and do while they're here. I'll share some food recommendations as well as some sights to see and neighborhoods to check out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so below. I will definitely link my Turkey and Istanbul playlist below in the description. Let's jump into this video. Istanbul in one day is an overwhelming task, but I hope to highlight as many beautiful parts of this city as possible in this one-day itinerary. We have a lot to do today, so let's start the day early with a Turkish breakfast at MyTERRACE Cafe. As you can see from my personal photos and some pictures and videos I pulled from their Instagram, this restaurant has the most incredible views of the city. Reserve the rooftop terrace in advance through the WhatsApp number on their Instagram because it will be booked and you will have a long wait if you don't make a reservation. I recommend getting menemen and a traditional Turkish breakfast platter. You won't be sorry. After breakfast, we'll take a quick 4-minute walk to Sultanahmet Square, better known as the Hippodrome of Constantinople. The Hippodrome was previously a circus that was the sporting and social center of Constantinople, the capital of the Byzantine Empire. They often did horse racing and chariot racing there, and today it serves as an open-air museum that includes incredible monuments, such as the Serpent Column, made in 478 BC, and the Obelisk of Theodosius, who brought it from Egypt in 390, but was originally erected in about 1490 BC. Other monuments include the walled obelisk, built in the 10th century, and the German fountain, a beautiful fountain at the north entrance of the Hippodrome area that was a gift from the German government in 1900. As you will see during our walk throughout the Hippodrome, we are now next to the Blue Mosque and not far from Hagia Sophia. We will head to the Blue Mosque next and see its beautiful architecture. Keep in mind that both the Blue Mosque and Hagia Sophia have a dress code of no shorts for men or women. Men must wear pants and women must wear pants or a dress that ends below the knee. Women must cover their heads and shoulders, so I recommend bringing a lightweight scarf in your bag. They do provide simple cloth pieces to cover your head, but I think it's better to be safe than sorry. The Blue Mosque is so beautiful, even though it was under construction during our visit. We will now take a 5-minute walk to Hagia Sophia, one of my favorite sites in Istanbul. It is an absolutely incredible sight from outside, and the inside is so beautiful, with stunning mosaics of biblical scenes in giant domes. We are heading here early in the day because there is usually a line to get in, so the earlier you get over there, the better. We will finish up our morning with a visit to the Istanbul Archaeological Museum, my favorite museum that I explored in Istanbul. For some reason, when I thought archaeological, I thought it was going to be a bunch of rocks or something, but it was a million times cooler than that. Not that like rocks can't be cool, but you know what I mean. This museum houses the most incredible ancient sculptures, gold jewelry, art pieces, and more. It was honestly mind-blowing, and I could have spent a full day there. However, I think you'll be able to see the museum in about an hour to an hour and a half. So let's fit this in before we head to lunch. For lunch, we are going to a restaurant known for their delicious kofta, Tarihi, Sultanahmet, Koftescisi, Selim, Usta. It's important to note the full name of the restaurant because this is the original well-known one, and there is an imposter a few doors down. We had the most amazing lunch here and wanted to go back again on our trip. It was that good. So I highly recommend stopping here for a kofta lunch. Our next stop and our first for the afternoon is to the historic Grand Bazaar. From the restaurant, you can walk there in about 15 minutes. If you're feeling a little sick of walking, you can take the tramway. You will just need the Istanbul card, the public transportation card of Istanbul, which you can buy at the yellow and blue vending machine kiosks at subway, tram, ferry, and bus stops, or at the Istanbul airport when you first arrive. From the restaurant, you will go to the Sultanahmet tramway stop, which is located on the street. You will get on the T1 tram going toward Bayagilar and ride 2 stops and get off at Bayazit Kapalı Çarşı. And now you are at the Grand Bazaar. The Grand Bazaar is a giant indoor marketplace, and while I do think it is a must-see in Istanbul from a historic perspective, I will say that in my opinion, you don't need to spend a ton of time there. Prices are higher since it is a tourist destination, and I was surprised how many of the stalls were selling just designer knockoff items. However, many stalls do sell jewelry, Turkish carpets and textiles, and traditional Turkish sweets, but do keep the prices in mind. A cool area in the Grand Bazaar is the Old Bazaar, which has a bunch of really interesting antique stores. One of the coolest shops we visited was Miniatures Nautical Instruments, which had some of the most unique nautical antiques I've ever seen. From the Grand Bazaar, we are going to take a 10-minute walk to the Spice Bazaar, or Misir Carsisi, a market known as the Egyptian Bazaar that I ended up enjoying more than the Grand Bazaar. The amount of spices they sell here is wild, and many shopkeepers let you taste test everything before buying, and they vacuum seal all your food items for you. The spice market is not just for spices, however, you can also find food and textile shops here as well. While you're here, I highly recommend stopping at Kura Kahveci Mehmet Efendi and join the quick-moving line of people picking up a bag of Turkish coffee. Their coffee is delicious, and a bag to take home makes the perfect souvenir or gift for coffee lovers. We are almost to the Golden Horn, so walk a little bit north to get an incredible view of Galata Tower across the water. The views here are spectacular, so I recommend grabbing a seat on the many benches to take in the stunning view of the water, Galata Tower, and the mosques dotting the skyline. Our final stop for the day will be for dinner in a neighborhood that is guaranteed to show you a good time. Kumkapi is a neighborhood in Istanbul that sits on the Sea of Marmara and is known for their incredible seafood restaurants. Historically the Armenian neighborhood of Istanbul, this lively area has plenty of restaurants with open air and street dining, lots of pretty lights, and musicians who serenade table after table throughout the night. It is such a fun, lively atmosphere that you have to experience when you're in Istanbul. It's a bit of a walk from where we are now, so you can either take the BN1 bus from the Eminönü Misir Carsisi stop to the Kumkapi stop, or you can jump back on the T1 tram at the Eminönü stop heading toward Bazaar and get off at the Beyazıt Kapeli Çarşı stop and walk from there. I am butchering this. I highly recommend checking Google reviews for a restaurant in Kumkapi or ask some Turkish locals for recommendations. Kumkapi Hoş Seda restaurant has great reviews. That is it for this 2-day itinerary for Istanbul. I hope that this is helpful in your trip planning, and I hope you have the best time in Turkey. It is an amazing country. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so below. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.